protocol. So I contacted them and said it was against my freedom of beliefs under the Human Rights Act that I was forced to take part in gender identity ideology in order to keep my registration and employment. They said they make the patients at risk, but also at risk nurses making mistakes. They said that if a nurse makes a mistake because a computer has the wrong sex on it, then they will discipline the situation. And just with a total lack of insight, they said membership of the Stonewall Workplace Diversity Programme does not affect our ability to regulate our professionals fairly and effectively. We do not receive legal advice from Stonewall, nor does our programme have any connection with the processes we use to develop our regulatory services or publish guidelines. So in March 2025, the Sullivan Review came out and actually confirmed what I had said to them, that sex is a key demographic variable and you rely on it to have robust data, but also for safeguarding and healthcare systems for patient care. We also got the Supreme Court decision. So I wrote back to them and it says, how does the Supreme Court ruling affect your DEI policies in relation to sex-based rights under the Equality Act? Did they accept that forcing a woman to call men women and use she/her pronouns could amount to sexual harassment? Did they plan on updating the freedom to practice guidelines in relation to threatening to discipline staff who correctly sex a patient? And what actions are they taking on the provision of single-sex facilities for staff or in ensuring NHS computers correctly state patient sex? I got a reply from a DEI employee, which to me didn't make any sense at all. It just says they were committed to DEI for staff and patients. They accept that there's a wide range of views on trans inclusion. They oversee nursing practice, which are new, and they didn't have any legal duty to record staff sex, gender, gender identity, which I never asked them about. In other words, they framed my inquiries about trans inclusion. I decided to go straight to the CEO, Paul Reeves, and I emailed him directly. And I got a reply yesterday from a senior complaints officer where they're completely digging their heels in. They're not getting involved in how the NHS records sex on their computers. They're not interested. And they went on about the Supreme Court. The judges only defined the word woman as referring to the Equality Act, and that deliberately misgendering a trans person could still constitute a form of abuse. I've met identities and colluded with their delusions. I'm saying to Nurse Midwifery Council, I do not believe colluding.
Getting roles in HR departments fresh out of university. We had a young woman who came along earlier. You know, she didn't even tell us that she was a young woman, but we all knew. It was amazing. The power of deduction. And she was very cross. She's very cross about her male friends who she calls women. And she's so cross about these very vulnerable male friends who she knows. But the thing that the Nursing and Midwifery Council have supported is the total erasure of women's rights right the way through the NHS. Whether it's a woman's right to a single-sex care, a single-sex space, a single-sex ward, whether it's a nurse's right, we can't hear you, love, you haven't got a microphone, whether it's a nurse's right after a long shift to go in a female-only changing room and not have some pervy bloke in a dress tell her that he wants to see her. There's no such thing as trans, but good try, well done.
And get nothing but obstruction, harassment and threats from their
DEI hires. That isn't even the cost of the badges and the lanyards and the flags and the nonsense and the zebra cross.